It's time for the NFL Divisional Round. Does that make my prediction shorter? Yes. Does it make my job any easier? Not at all. Hello, Steelers Nation. Welcome to another episode of Steelcast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Steelers fan. But it sure does help. I'm your host, Zach. If the Ravens make the Super Bowl, I am going to be furious. Attack! And today, we're going to be breaking down the NFL Divisional Round playoff predictions, seeing who I'm going to think is going to win. And let's just go ahead and jump right on into it. Starting off with the Houston Texans, or the Strouds, depending on who you talk to, going up against the Baltimore Ravens. And the Ravens, well, they had a break because, well, one, they had the 1 seed, pun intended. And then both of the NFC North teams lost. They basically have no competition left. That's what she said. Anyways, going up against the Strouds, who beat the pants off the Browns. I was impressed. Flacco throwing 2 pick sixes, or hot pockets, as we like to call it here on this channel. And, yeah, no, it was crazy. It was insane. The Texans are an underdog going into this game. They have a really young team like the Packers, and we'll talk about them next. And going up against the Ravens with some veterans and OBJ. You know, you have Lamar Jackson, and then you have the rookie Zay Flowers on offense. Mark Andrews, I don't know if he's going to be playing this game or not, but I don't think it's going to matter because Isaiah Likely is a very good backup tight end, and everyone's going to go to town this game. And this is going to be probably one of the better games in the divisional round. I am going to pick the Ravens to win. Dear God, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going to pick the Ravens. But Texans, please, for the love of Arcus, you have never made it to the AFC championship game before in franchise history. I would be forever thankful if you guys made it not only to the championship, but ended up winning the game. Made it to the championship by beating the Ravens. You'd probably get creamed by whoever wins the Chiefs-Bills game, but at least you'll be there. At least you'll be there. And you can say that for the first time you were at the championship game. What else? What else is there to say? I didn't even pick the Ravens, but Texans, please win. Then you have, for the night's game on Saturday, you have the Green Bay Packers taking on their nemesis, their kryptonite, the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers also having a break because they had the 1 seed. And then when they saw the Packers beat the Cowboys, not only were they thrilled that they get to play the Packers again, but there's no Aaron Rodgers. And they don't have to work with the Cowboys anymore. So, because there is no Aaron, the 49ers think they should be able to blow out the Packers, right? Well, the Packers put 48 up on the Cowboys, which is the most they've ever done in franchise history. And yeah, Aaron Rodgers hasn't even put 48 on the Cowboys before. And if he has, it wasn't in the postseason. So, Jordan Love is him. He is the new Aaron, let me tell you. And the 49ers, they're not trembling in their boots. They're actually quite cocky. I've actually seen it all over social media. The 49ers think they're going to win hands down. And to be fair, I don't blame them. The 49ers it's probably one of the better squads I've seen of them in recent years. You know, Debo, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and Brock Purdy is one of those 7th round gems looking like TB12 over here. So, you know, I don't know what you want me to say. But no, yeah, the 49ers should win. emphasis on should and end the Packers' playoff hopes again. And I say again because they did it 2 years ago, and they're probably going to do it again. But the Packers have a promising future with Jordan Love. Maybe Adams might decide he wants to come back to Green Bay. That would actually be dope. I am going to pick the 49ers to win this game. They have probably one of the most lethal defenses in the league. And the Packers, like the Texans, like I said, have a really young squad. But with time, like the Texans, they could be one of the most lethal teams in a few years. So be on the lookout for them. Then you have the first Sunday game. You have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Detroit Lions. The Bucs, if you were watching my stream, then you know, beat the ever-living crap out of the Philadelphia Eagles, and it wasn't even a contest. Baker Mayfield doing what he does best with the Baker magic. And oh my goodness, the Eagle and the Buccaneers stopping a tush push. I don't know if it was the first tush push ever stopped, but it might have been. And the fact that we got to see that live on the first ever stream on Steelcast makes it all the more special. The Buccaneers are that team with Baker to lead them, going up against the Lions, who beat Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams. And the Lions, what a story. What a story with Dan Campbell and biting kneecaps and hard knocks and all that fun stuff. They're just going to go to town this game. At this point, the Lions know that they can come back to the postseason and potentially make another playoff run. The Lions, they're back. I don't know if we call Jahmyr Gibbs the new Barry Sanders yet, but we'll see. This is going to be the toughest game to predict because both teams can beat the ever-living crap out of each other. Both teams can pull off the win here. But I am going to go with the Lions to win the game here. I don't know if they will, but I just want it for the story, man. I just want it for the story. Go back to the NFC Championship game for the first time since 1991, which I think was Barry Sanders' sophomore year, was second year in the league. That would just be an incredible storyline. The script writers will have themselves the time. Lions, you should hopefully get the win in Ford Field and meet the 49ers in the division, ? But if it's the Packers instead, that's an even better storyline. So, yeah, we'll see. And then you have the Sunday night game, the last of the divisional round matches. You have the rematch of the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills. Last time the Chiefs were at home. Now it's the Bills at home. The Bills demolishing the Steelers, although I think all the Eagles saw that one coming. And the Chiefs also blew out a team, the Miami Dolphins. Tyreek Hill was the only person competent on that entire Dolphins squad, and they just walked it right all over them. Of course, the Bills put up more points than the Chiefs did. We're not going to talk about it. But we put up more points than the Dolphins did, so I think that should say something. The Bills are an electric team. If Josh Allen plays the way he did against the Steelers, against the Chiefs, the Bills have a chance. Also, the Chiefs in offense is basically just Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. If they can contain Kelce, they can get the win. So that would be very, very impressive. If the Bills could get the win just based off that alone. Great defense, which they can very well do. They have the squad. Sure, the defense is a little banged up right now, but the Bills have the best offensive line in the league right now. So if they can contain the Chiefs and and they can tire out the Chiefs defense with that O-line, they could pretty much have it in the bag. The Chiefs do have a very good defense, though, so we are not going to sleep on the Chiefs entirely. And Rasheen Rice is definitely proving himself to be that wide receiver one that the Chiefs have needed, without any of with some of the other guys not really catching balls. I'm looking at you, MVS and Darius Toney. Anyways, but McCole Hartman is still there, so a familiar target for Patrick Mahomes to throw to. But I am going to pick the Buffalo Bills. It's funny how I'm picking all the home teams to win this week, but I am going to pick the Bills to win this game. That's out of revenge and spite. And who knows, Buffalo all the way this time? Could very well be possible. So we'll see what happens after that. Will the Bills go all the way for the first time? Will Ravens get over their divisional round hump? Will the Packers finally beat the 49ers? And will the Lions finally go back to the NFC Championship game for the first time in over 30 years? A whole lot of interesting storylines, and we will see what the script writers decide to do. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Who do you have winning this week? And who do you guys have winning this week? And who you guys got going all the way? Let me know down in the comments below. And that's all from me. I am your host. My name is Zach Attack. And as always, you're in Steelers country.